Hey, welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. All right, it's BJ. And yes, I am out on the recumbent again. Joe had a medical appointment. She finally gets to see a doctor about that sinus infection she just can't get rid of. She gets a little better some days. She rode yesterday, and then, she kind of goes right back to feeling creepy. So hopefully they can figure out something to really help her. Well, our last ride, if you remember, it was a cold. No, wrong story. Basically, our last ride, we were trying to find the new Section 4 of the Creek Walk Trail. And as you know, we missed it. But after looking at the video that I shot, I think I found out where it is. And they have got it hid. There's no signage. There's no nothing. Because it's not officially open. Its grand opening is this Tuesday. But we have our Tai Chi class at our at the Pace Center up in Briargate. And don't want to miss it. Love the Tai Chi class. So I can't be here for the actual opening. So we are going to go investigate. Yes. All right. So this is the current end of Phase 3, as they called it. And this is Mayfair Drive or Mayfair Lane or Mayfair something. And I thought it was over here where that dirt is, but it's not. I think there's a kind of cool view right there. But I think what they did was they put it on the street, or right next to the street, right next to Manitou Avenue here. Because I saw this sign. Yes. See the sign? It says the sidewalk is closed. So, shh, don't tell anybody, and hopefully nobody will stop us. But this was not here. This was not double wide. And they've got the fence. And that fencing is kind of the same fencing that everybody uses when it comes to trails. Now, see, I thought they'd go down in there because there is a dirt path down there, but I guess they decided not to do that. I guess they just decided to put it out here. So you are getting, at least I hope you're getting, a sneak peek before even the grand opening of Section 4 of the Creek Walk Trail here in Manitou Springs, Colorado. Yeah. So like I said, this is pretty much the standard kind of fencing, although it's a little fancier. Usually it's just the split rail. So this is a little more heavy duty because it's all 4x4. I like it. But yeah, because all this is new. They didn't have this crossing in here before. And a great view of Pikes Peak, man. Check that out. That's a view, isn't it? Not bad for being right smack dab in a city. Well, I'm going to kick my e-assist up one because it's all uphill. Not bad, of course. But, yeah, as you can see, it goes right along the street. I'm hoping that eventually it will curve in, go through the parks, and take us over to, I think they call it Seven Soda Springs Park. And it's got springs, and I don't know why they call it 7, but maybe at one time it had 7. They even have a nice bench. Yeah. So like I said, this is Section 4. Well, Phase 4, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, Phase 4 of the Creek Walk Trail. And this way you get to go in towards downtown Manitou, which is not a huge downtown because it's a tourist. I mean, it is. It's a tourist trap. Let's be blunt, but it's a cool tourist trap. If you got to go to a tourist trap, Manitou Springs downtown is slick. Oh, and if you do, make sure that you visit the arcade. They have an old penny arcade, except for I'm sure it's not a penny anymore, but it's the old style. But yeah, I got a funny feeling that this is They don't have any markings or anything, so I don't know for sure. But, howdy. But I don't know, because it was supposed to take you into, take you up to the, it almost looks like it ends right here, though. That's a regular sidewalk, yeah. Well, ain't that a bummer? Well, I guess I could be wrong. Yeah. Had to jump off on the road here. Well, okay. Looks, I mean, you know, this would take you, get you, you know, kind of into downtown. But I don't know. I don't really see anything that, yeah, that's all parking and everything. So this takes you over to Seven Soda Springs Park. But it's weird. It's like they didn't finish, you know? So I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, we're not quite to Seven Soda Springs Park. We're pretty close, though. Oh, we might as well go over there. I don't know what this thing is over here. It's like some sort of, check out the fancy, bus stop there. But yeah, this is the park here. So we're going to turn. This is El Paso Boulevard. But I kind of thought that the idea was to bring this clear over to the park, through the park, and then over here to the Manitou Springs Visitor Center. Careful, big hole here. Big hole, jeez. Yeah, this is where you can get the spring water, natural spring water still, right here. And then they've got, you know, a really nice little park over here. It's got playground stuff and everything. A little better view. And I'm going to take you over here to the, I'm going to see where these guys are going. Okay, yeah, be a little patient would be nice. Thank you. No problem. Okay. Yeah, it's amazing how, you know, people are in such a rush. Yeah, like I said, it's a really nice park. And I'm going to take you over here and show you the, you could easily park over here and then walk, you know, into Manitou Springs. But this is the Chamber of Commerce right here. And they do have a restroom, so I'm going to use the facilities, as they say. Hopefully this is wide enough for my trike. Yes, just wide enough. Very good. Oh, sorry about the garbage cans. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I still don't quite understand how they want this to work. But I still think that's at least part. Maybe they just haven't finished the other part yet. But I still think that's part of it. All right. As we always say, we'll get back to you. Bye. Well, hey. All right. We're back. We're on the, we've been on the Shooks Run Trail for quite a while. And, yeah, so I did want to let you know, as far as I can tell, and what I was told by the young lady at the Manitou Springs Chamber of Commerce, what I was on, and I was showing you, is the new Phase 4 of the Freak Walk Trail. They're going to have an official ribbon cutting ceremony on Tuesday. But like I said, we can't make that because that's when our Tai Chi class is. And what it is we get our Tai Chi class through our medical insurance company for seniors called PACE, Rocky Mountain PACE. And what they do is they pick us up because they provide transportation, because our center, there's 3 centers here in town. There's Briargate, Pikes Peak, and Quail Lake. And we go to Briargate, which I'm not sure why, because it is way up north, okay? It's, way up in the northern end of Colorado Springs. And, we live kind of in the, the central area. And actually, to tell you the truth, the Pikes Peak Center is actually closer. But it's just the way they did their dividing line. We ended up at Briargate. So they come pick us up and take us up there, and then wait up there just before noon, and they kindly feed us old farts a lunch. So it's usually a pretty good lunch, nothing super fancy, but it's usually decent food. And I know some of those folks, that's the only meal they get. So. And then we usually have some kind of board games or bingo or some kind of easy chair type exercises or something like that. They have other activities. Sometimes it's like crafts. I'm not a craft person, but Joe likes that kind of stuff. Hopefully they had crafts today, because her doctor's appointment wasn't until 2 p.m. So hopefully she got to do a light physical class of some sort, or like I said, maybe a crafting class. And yeah, so, but yeah, I'm a little disappointed though, because I don't understand why you would make a new section of trail and not have it go all the way to the next objective, which to my understanding was supposed to be basically from where it ends, or where it starts, I should say, at Mayfair Avenue. That is the intersection for the Manitou Chamber of Commerce. And then the idea was that it was supposed to go all the way to Memorial Park, and well, that's pretty ballsy not to stop when a policeman's there. Just ballsy. Some people crossing a crosswalk type intersection, and a policeman stopped on the left side, but the person come down the right side said, "Screw you! I ain't stopping." So yeah, right in front of the cop. So you wonder how some people get a driver's license in this country, but maybe I should say in this state. But yeah, so like I said, we're on the Shooks Run Trail, and heading towards the barn. And And yeah, well, thanks for coming along. Howdy. And thank you to our subscribers. We sure appreciate you. And if you're new, welcome. Please think about subscribing. In fact, please, easy there. I thought she might not make that up there. Howdy. I don't think she's been riding for very long. She's really slow and awkward. But, yeah, please, like, subscribe, and share. When I say like, there's a, on the screen itself, you should be able to find, or on your phone, you should be able to find a little thumbs up symbol. If you click on that, that means you liked it, and we appreciate it. And, okay, now we're at the junction. This is the junction of Shook's Run, and the Rock Island Trail. Here on the, and both of these together are the Legacy Loop, or at least part of the Legacy Loop. And, but yes, we really appreciate it if you subscribe. We're almost to 500. Almost. Would be cool to make 5. It has been a stunning, beautiful day. I would say mid-60s to low 70s, maybe even a little over 70, like 72 Fahrenheit. Blue skies, no clouds, just a really beautiful day. Very fortunate to be. Got a bike behind me here. All right, thank you. And very fortunate to be, as we say, poor but retired. And I feel sorry for Jo because she got stuck inside. But the last time she was out by herself, it's the same thing for me. She had a nice day and I was stuck, So, but yeah. Oh, I didn't finish. Yeah, they didn't take it all the way down. Didn't take the trail all the way down to the Memorial Park. And then up to the, I thought it was supposed to go up to the Manitou Springs Visitor Center, which is right across from Memorial Park and 7-minute Soda Spring that they have there. That's the the natural spring water. There's 2 or 3 places in Manitou that they still have, the natural spring water. So it comes up, you can actually go get it for free. It doesn't cost you anything. But it comes out of the, the deep springs. So it's mineral water, I guess. It's kind of like mineral water. It's got a little bit of mineral taste to it. It's really good. And a lot of people, bring... a lot of people will bring... what am I trying to think of? Like empty containers so they can, just get the Wawa. Yeah. That's the Cascade Avenue Bridge behind us. Howdy. Yeah, so we're all right. I'm almost to the end of my journey here. And I come down here, and then we're gonna turn to the left and go up to our apartments. Right now, we're still on the Rock Island, but if you cross the street where that gentleman on the bicycle came up, you'll be on the howdy. You'll be on the Pikes Peak Greenway. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of whip over here. Hello. And yeah, they built this new intersection here and fixed the old bumpy, nasty railroad tracks. And so, okay, well, from BJ Ando, out and about on the Recumbent on a beautiful day. Till we come together next time, folks, happy trails. Bye.